there are friends, there are foes, and then there are rivals. That is what tonight is all about.
2 months ago, NXT redefined the sports entertainment landscape, and tonight, rival, we keep going.
Never has there been an NXT TakeOver with so much at stake.
Two of the most talented, world-renowned athletes going toe-to-toe for the right to face the NXT champion. Here he comes, and my God, look at that, the counter by Balor. Finn Balor connects, and Balor's your new #1 contender. More combustible elements ready to collide tonight with the NXT Women's Championship on the line in a fatal four-way.
It's a huge opportunity for Becky Lynch, but she needs to capitalize.
Look at this, here comes Bayley, my goodness! Wow, what an impact! Oh, hold on, Charlotte going high risk! And look at this, crossface, cover, and that's it! Sasha Banks is your new NXT Women's Champion.
Kevin Owens is going to win the NXT Championship 2 months to the day after his debut.
And Sami Zayn taking the fight to Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens connecting the corner with that clothesline.
Kevin Owens is taking it to Sami Zayn. He's not giving him a minute to breathe.
Sami might be staggered around, but he's throwing everything he's got left. My God, what an impact! And Sami whacked his head on the ramp.
Sami Zayn is in trouble.
Hold on, look out! Pop a powerbomb! Pop a powerbomb!
Enough is enough, Kevin Owens. Just end it, Owens. Just pin him and get it over with.
Referee pulling Kevin Owens off of Sami Zayn.
Due to the referee stopping the match, Kevin Owens is your new NXT Champion!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. After the most exciting and shocking event in NXT history, at NXT TakeOver Rival, we crowned a new NXT champion in Kevin Owens. Now, let me make this perfectly clear. Here in NXT, a championship can change hands by pinfall, submission, or ref stoppage due to a knockout. Now, Mr. Owens may think that he has the right to do whatever on earth he wants to do, but the reality is, he doesn't. Mr. Owens claims to be a prize fighter, someone who only fights for money. And I hate to be the one to burst Mr. Owens' bubble, but he doesn't make the rules here. I do. So tonight, Kevin Owens will face Adrian Neville in a non-title match. Now, Adrian Neville hasn't earned the right for a championship rematch, but he has earned the right for a rematch against the man who sent him to hospital several months ago. It's a new era on NXT, and it begins right now.
Just a week removed from TakeOver Rival, and the NXT Universe still reverberating with the aftershocks of what occurred 1 week ago. Take a look right there. Kevin Owens, your brand new NXT champion. After bludgeoning Sami Zayn at TakeOver Rival. The NXT Universe divided.
It seems a lot of people have an issue with what I did at TakeOver and the way I won this NXT title. And quite frankly, those people have no right to be mad about anything, because the fact is, I haven't lied or pretended to be anything I'm not. From the moment I got here, I made my intentions very clear. I said I would fight anyone and everyone to make things for my family better. And that's exactly what I did. Who I beat or how I beat them is irrelevant. What matters now is that Sami Zayn is the past. And when you're done with the past, what do? You look to the future, and that is Finn Balor. Finn, I'm well aware that you are the #1 contender for my NXT title, and I'm here to tell you, go to William Regal, pick a date, and I will be there. But you must know that what happened at TakeOver, it's gonna happen to you, because nobody is gonna take this away from me or my family.
Kevin Owens sending shockwaves through the NXT universe. But guys, he said it, you don't have to like how he did it. The fact is, he did not lie. He did exactly what he said he would do from day one. Well, guys, you heard it at the very outset of tonight's edition of NXT. General Manager William Regal saying it's a new era here on NXT. And real quick, we will get an update later tonight on the condition of Sami Zayn after what Kevin Owens did to him at TakeOver Rival. But welcome again here to NXT. Rich Brennan alongside Corey Graves and Jason Albert. And you gotta wonder what Sami Zayn is thinking, what he's feeling right now.
I have no idea. I'm looking forward to this update, but we can't forget, after that historic fatal four-way match at TakeOver, the brand new NXT Women's Champion, The Boss, Sasha Banks, will be in action right here tonight.
And the main event tonight, made by General Manager William Regal, Adrian Neville gets a chance at revenge at the newly crowned NXT Champion Kevin Owens.
That's our main event tonight right here on NXT.
Brennan, what is going on? What is happening? The man beast is in the Full Sail Arena. What's going on tonight?
Listen to the arena. It's erupted.
You can expect anything here at NXT. I honestly did not expect to see Rhyno in an NXT ring.
Wow. You hear this?
Yeah, the NXT Universe chanting, gore, gore, gore. And of course, Oh, we may call it the spear now, but this is the guy that made the move famous.
Oh, this is the originator. You've never seen a spear until you've seen the gore by the man-beast, Rhyno.
Rhyno, a former U.S. champion, former ECW champion, a 3-time hardcore champion, and listen to the response. There it is! Elias Samson nearly split in half.
Here's your winner, Rhyno!
Wow, what is Rhyno doing in NXT?
I'll tell you what he's doing in NXT. He's doing what a lot of superstars want to do. They want to come back to NXT to help maybe revitalize their career, get a start over, and this is the place to do it. And man, am I excited to see Rhyno.
Let's take another look at this, and guys, it was very, very quick, a short night for Elias Samson. There it is, the core!
High impact personified. Let's take another look. I never get tired of seeing this.
Rhyno showing that NXT isn't just about building careers, but it's also about rebuilding careers. Guys, Rhyno is here!
First off, again, congratulations on your victory at TakeOver and becoming the new #1 contender. Now, we just heard from Kevin Owens. What's your response?
Well, Devin, Kevin Owens is the new NXT champion. And after the destruction he caused at TakeOver, I'm sure he has a very high opinion of himself. But guess what? I'm the #1 contender, and I've got a high opinion of myself too. I'll face Kevin Owens anywhere, any place, anytime. You know, Kevin, he likes to say he's a prize fighter. Well, I fight for a prize too. The NXT Championship.
Oh, guys, still to come on NXT, we have exclusive footage from what happened after TakeOver Rival, after the brutal attack on Sami Zayn by Kevin Owens. We'll also get an update on Sami's condition from WWE physician Dr. Chris Amon.
Let's not forget later tonight, the man that gravity forgot. Adrian Neville looks to avenge his friend Sami Zayn as he does battle with NXT champion Kevin Owens. Can Neville topple the champ, or will he meet the same fate as his friend Sami?
Elusive Crush!
An undefeated force.
I am the most dominant superstar.
An unbreakable spirit.
I will always be ready.
The United States Championship.
And I'll know where my next challenge comes from. Your United States Champion, Rusev.
The debonair devastation of such exquisite sophistication. And in English, Simon got the broad villain.
As we get set for tag team action here tonight, Aiden English and Simon Gotch ready to go. And guys, I think the question after TakeOver Rival is, who is going to step up to the plate now to challenge Blake and Murphy?
The opportunity is wide open, but you got to bet these guys are favorites. These guys have been in the NXT Tag Team Championship picture before. They are anxious to get back there. The gentlemen grapplers are in a nasty mood. They want to get back to the top of the mountain.
You know, I don't know if I'd necessarily call them the favorites. Let's not forget what launched Blake and Murphy into success. It was the vaudevillains. I hope that they went back to the drawing board and rethought their game plan.
Jason, you're absolutely right. It was a victory over English and Gotch that gave Blake and Murphy the confidence to challenge the Lucha Dragons. From there, went on to shock the entire NXT universe.
You're not kidding. Shock is an understatement. They shocked me, they shocked the universe, and I actually think they probably shocked themselves.
You saw it, you slop. They call Both want to cop, but they are just not. I'm up in the club, stacking the dubs and stuffing a lot.
My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Carmella, and she's hot as hell, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in the room, how you doing?
It looks to me like Enzo Amore has been hanging around one of those community college cosmetology classes. What has he done to his face?
What is that called?
It's ridiculous is what it's called. You think he actually paid money to somebody to do that to him?
Deserves his money back if so.
As for Aiden, I can't stop hating English, and sweet boy butterscotch Simon Gotch.
Vaudevillains, you've had your title shots. And now, me and Zoe are gonna run through you to show everybody that we deserve ours. And there's only one word to describe you, and I'm gonna spell it out for you. S-A-W-L-T.
Jason Albert, what do you think? Enzo and Cass maybe making a play at the NXT Tag Team titles.
I tell you, man, they are talking the talk. Let's just see if they can back it up right now. Enzo Amore never short of words, but let's see, can they promise, or can they accomplish what they promise?
And it is Enzo starting off against Simon Gotch. And of course, just 1 week ago, it was Blake and Murphy successfully defending the NXT Tag Team titles inside a jam-packed NXT arena live on the WWE Network.
Excellent teamwork by the Vaudevillains. This is why these two excel, what they do.
And both of these teams want to be exactly where Blake and Murphy are right now.
You know, in the past, Enzo, who's been very smitten for Carmella on the outside, has gone in the way of victory.
There's a teamwork by the Vaudevillains, running kick. Cover. English trying to put Enzo away, and a kick out at 2. You're right. As you see Carmella right there, she has been the distraction of some sorts that has cost Enzo in the past.
Maybe Enzo should take some notes from his opponents tonight. These are two gentlemen in every sense of the word. They know how to treat a lady.
I'm sensing a bit more of an aggressive side by English and Gotch here, Jason.
I'll tell you, one thing I love about English and Gotch is they're very technical in there. Look how they cut the ring off in half. They do all their damage to Enzo in their corner, making it a very long distance for Enzo to get over to Big Cass.
Nope. Enzo Amore trying to make the tag. Big Cass reaching out with the long arms. There's the tag, and here comes the big guy.
Vaudevillains need to do something quick. You can't let Big Cass get on a roll like this.
I tell you, this is the big man, 7 foot tall, and he creates a lot of damage.
Look at this.
Oh!
Adrian English still the legal man. Here comes Big Cass. Big splash in the corner. And there's the teamwork.
He used Enzo like a lawn dart.
Big boot right to the face. Tag was made, Enzo going for the win. And Enzo and Cass victorious.
Here are your winners, Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy.
I gotta say, Enzo Amore backing up what he says. He says he wants an opportunity at Blake and Murphy, and here's one in the win call.
Hey, if it means more Carmella, I'm not necessarily against it.
Fellas, good job. That was great. That was good. Just not good enough.
See, at NXT Rival, everyone thought it was a fluke that we would retain these NXT tag titles, and we just proved everyone wrong. Now, Carmella, girl, you are looking fabulous. If you want to leave those two sewer rats and get some real champions, why don't you come on over to Blake and Murphy?
Carmella, how you doing?
Body being!
I'll tell you what, guys, Blake and Murphy seem more wrapped up with Carmella than they are with a potential threat to their NXT Tag Team Championships. Regardless, a big victory for Enzo and Cass here tonight.
Excuse me, Adrian, can I just have a moment of your time, please? Adrian, I know you must be disappointed in not becoming the #1 contender, but tonight, you get a bit of a consolation prize in the form of NXT champion Kevin Owens. Just wanted to get your thoughts on tonight's match.
Well, Greg, you know, you're right. Last week I had an opportunity to be the #1 contender for the NXT Championship, and I failed. I fell short, and it's hard to take, but you know, in a weird way, it's kind of like a relief, because here in NXT, I am very used to being hunted. And now I feel like the roles are reversed, and now I get the opportunity to be the hunter. I get to prioritize what is personal to me, and what is personal to me is Kevin Owens. You see, last week, I had to watch while Kevin Owens destroyed my good friend Sami Zayn, and before that, last time I faced Kevin Owens in the ring, I left Full Sail University on a stretcher. Now, you cannot think that I've forgotten about that. And after tonight, Greg, after tonight, Kevin Owens, you will not be able to forget what I do to him.
Well, it's Adrian Neville and Kevin Owens in our main event, but still to come tonight, Blue Pants is here. She goes one-on-one with the new NXT Women's Champion, Sasha Banks. But right now, let's hear from two of the other competitors in last week's Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Women's title at TakeOver Rival.
I got to be in the ring with 3 of the best. And I put my heart out there, but it wasn't my night. But I promise there will be a night where I win the NXT Women's Championship.
The Fatal 4-Way at NXT Rival was the biggest match of my career, and I gave it my all out there. And I was this close to winning. And I would have won if it wasn't for Bayley. So if anybody else had to win, I suppose I'm happy that it was Sasha. But I'm super happy that Charlotte was the loser.
You ever wake up with that feeling like it's one versus all? An endless cycle. Eat, sleep, conquer, repeat. Eat, sleep, conquer, repeat. You think life's got you all figured out. Think again. Remember this. Be fearless. Harness your hustle, loyalty, and respect. And they'll love you till your last breath. Find your comfort zone and find what fits you.
The challenge is on. WWE and We Give Books are teaming up to encourage kids across the country to read with the WrestleMania Reading Challenge. A one-of-a-kind event where students ages 4 through 18 can participate online and enter to win fantastic WWE prizes, including a trip for 2 to WrestleMania 31 in Santa Clara or a WWE Championship title.
Take the challenge and read your way to WrestleMania.
Don't wait. Visit WWEReadingSuperstar.com to learn more and register today.
Welcome back to NXT. It's CJ Parker making a beeline for the ring. What's the sign say this week?
Wah, wah, wah. Turn it off. Turn it all off right now. Turn it off. I'm sick and tired
of this. I am sick and tired of this. You're gonna have a special on the NXT. You're gonna have a special and I'm not gonna be on it? No, that's bull crap. That's bull crap. I'm tired of it. I hate all you people. I hate NXT, and it's over now because I am ending this show. I'm ending this show right now. I'm taking it hostage.
CJ, what's CJ Parker doing? Is he taking NXT hostage? He's just gonna stop the show?
CJ Parker never seems to amaze me.
Never ceases to amaze you, or
ceases to amaze me.
What does sign say CJ Parker is taking over the TakeOver?
This is not a test.
What's going on? Who is that?
Guys, what's going on here? CJ Parker being attacked.
Someone is taking it to CJ Parker. Came over the barricade.
That's Solomon Crowe. Solomon Crowe has arrived here in NXT.
We've heard an awful lot about this guy. Look at that.
He obviously didn't agree with CJ Parker's little protest, and CJ's paying for it.
And now we return to your regularly scheduled broadcast.
What on earth did we just see?
If you want to make an impact, that's a great way to do it.
I tell you, I've heard a lot about Solomon Crowe, and you're not kidding. What a way to burst on the scene.
Listen, as long as I've known Sami Zayn, this was really hard to watch. The absolute brutality that Kevin Owens displayed on his path to becoming NXT champion, it was hard to watch. I don't know what's going on with Sami Zayn, but we're going to find out from WWE physician Dr. Amen later tonight.
Sami Zayn is not the only man to feel the wrath of Kevin Owens. Adrian Neville knows all too well what the NXT champion is capable of, and Neville is looking for revenge tonight.
Also coming up, Sasha Banks, the brand new NXT Women's Champion, going one-on-one with old Blue Pants. What a matchup that's going to be. She is here, and that matchup is next.
Getting you.
You can take a swing at my ego. You can make a run for my crown. Even if your stare makes me nervous, you ain't gonna take us down. There'll be no need for crying. Like the phoenix we will rise.
Is a Divas match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Boston, Massachusetts, she's the NXT Women's Champion, Sasha Banks.
And what a match it was at TakeOver Arrival, a fatal four-way for the NXT Women's Championship. Guys, we thought Becky Lynch might have stolen the victory. Bayley coming up with a comeback. I mean, the Bayley to belly off the top rope. It was an amazing match. Ultimately, though, Sasha Banks putting the all-the-time champion Charlotte into the crossface, rolling her over into a pin. Sasha Banks, it was her night to shine.
I gotta tell you, how tough is Charlotte? The beating she took, but hats off to Sasha Banks for coming out victorious and becoming the new Divas champion.
way you slice it, Sasha Banks is somebody who has fought and clawed her way to get where she is. And listen to the reaction.
Who is this? Coming to you straight from the clearance rack.
Blue Pants! What do you mean, who is this? You don't remember Blue Pants?
I didn't know who it was. I just saw the blue come through the arena.
Straight from the bargain rack. She's back in NXT. I don't know what it is about this girl that everyone seems to love so much.
Did you hear the music? What was that?
The music was bargain basement as well.
Oh, come on. Somebody just kind of humming the, was it the Price is Right song?
A blue light special.
Oh, very nice.
Stop.
But I'm
Did
bumped.
you,
I'm here all week. Try the veil.
did you see the graphic that was up on the Tron for her? That was fantastic.
You want to talk about fantastic? You've got to talk about Sasha Banks. She achieved a lifelong goal, becoming the NXT Women's Champion 1 week ago at TakeOver. I expect a long, dominant reign from the Bucks. Look, this would probably be a good decision on Blue Pants' part to just leave.
No, this is a great opportunity for old Blue Pants. Remember what got her this opportunity even to be here.
She's been outclassed in every sense already by Sasha Banks.
Well, Sasha's giving her the option, and look at that! No respect for the champ.
That was disgusting.
Nope. Look at Blue Pants trying to pin the champion.
I'll tell you.
Kick out at one.
Great opportunity right here for Blue Pants.
Sasha trying to take over in this matchup. Oh, look at this. No respect at all.
Oh, why should she respect Blue Pants? Blue Pants didn't show her any.
Well,
how do you say that she didn't show her any?
She kicked her out of the ring.
What's with the NXT universe not respecting the new Queen Bee of NXT?
Sasha Banks trying to get old Blue Pants to submit. I mean, what would a victory tonight for Blue Pants in this matchup mean? It'd be huge. Cover! Backslide right there and able to power out the champ. Staying alive in this matchup.
I gotta tell you, I hope Sasha's not looking past old Blue Pants.
Hey, you gotta let it go. Come on.
You gotta figure the adrenaline that brought Sasha through that match last week. I hope it hasn't worn off.
Oh! See the impact.
That's gonna wear it off.
Stacking Blue Pants in the corner, double knees, cover, and look at that.
I love it.
Sasha could have ended it right there, Corey.
She's the baddest. She said it time and time again. She's here to prove it at the expense of old Blue Pants.
Oh, no, you know what's coming. Bank statement locked in. Forcing Blue Pants to tap out.
Back to the bargain rack you go, Blue
She doesn't want to let go. She doesn't want to let go.
Disrespected.
Here is your winner by submission, NXT Women's Champion, Sasha Banks.
Guys, Blue Pants starting things off in this matchup after Sasha gave her the option to leave. Blue Pants saying, no thanks.
It's a blatant act of disrespect by Blue Pants. You don't do that to the boss.
With the boss taking control, stacking up Blue Pants in the corner, Jason.
And here we see the Banks statement. Sasha Banks taking exception to the so-called disrespect, and all Blue Pants could do was tap out.
Sasha, congratulations on the win here, but more importantly, what does it mean for you to finally be the NXT Women's Champion?
What does it mean? It means that everyone, and I mean everyone, including Becky, Bailey, and especially you, Charlotte, are going to have to admit that I am the baddest diva in NXT.
Corey Graves, I'll tell you what, Sasha Banks certainly not humble in victory, is she?
Why would she be? She's the new Queen Bee.
Well, on a much more serious note, right now we take you back to what happened after TakeOver Rival went off the air. This is exclusive footage, and obviously a very serious situation after Sami Zayn lost the NXT Championship to Kevin Owens after the referee and medical staff determined that Sami was unable to continue. Obviously, Sami in dire straits. Medical staff had to help him to his feet and help him back to the locker room, and right now there are more questions than answers regarding Sami Zayn's status and his health going forward. However, we were able to catch up with WWE senior ringside physician Dr. Chris Amon to see if we can get an update on Sami Zayn.
Well, as you saw last week at NXT Rival, Sami did sustain multiple blows to the head during his match with Kevin Owens. It got to the point where we did feel it was medically necessary to terminate the match. We brought him back after the match, evaluated him. He had a normal neurologic exam. As a precaution, we had him obtain a CAT scan at a local medical facility. That was normal. So in light of that and Sami's desire to want to fulfill his obligations to go to Abu Dhabi, we allowed him to go medically. I've been in touch with him this past week. He's been doing absolutely great, and we expect him to come back and be fully healthy and ready to go.
And tonight in our main event, Kevin Owens may have to pay for his actions last week at TakeOver Rival. Adrian Neville looks for payback for his injured friend Sami Zayn. Our main event is next.
Your favorite WWE superstars are about to go beyond the ring. More than icons, more than champions. They are immortals. WWE Immortals.
On Adrian Neville's face, saying it all. Neville, tonight for him, it's all about revenge as he gets to battle Kevin Owens. We want to take you back to what happened several weeks ago here on NXT. Kevin Owens and Adrian Neville going one-on-one in a matchup, and guys, it ended in a double countout until Owens, well, connecting with the powerbomb on the outside of the ring, connecting with Adrian Neville. Neville put on a stretcher and carted out, had to receive medical attention. Well, after what Kevin Owens did to Sami Zayn at TakeOver Rival, that prompted General Manager William Regal to, well, set up this match here tonight.
You just saw the look in Adrian Neville's eyes. That tells the story. He is angry and he wants revenge.
And his opponent from Maryville, Quebec, Canada, weighing 266 pounds, he is the NXT Champion, Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens defeating Sami Zayn for the NXT Championship exactly 2 months to the day of his debut here in NXT. It was 1 week ago tonight, but guys, earlier on it was General Manager William Regal saying, Kevin Owens doesn't make the rules here, I do. It's a new era in NXT.
With that new era comes a new champion, a dominant champion. When is the last time you saw a performance like Kevin Owens put on last week at TakeOver? Absolutely decimating Sami Zayn.
I'll tell you, Kevin Owens, he said it best. He said, I never lied. I made my intentions very clear. I just don't agree with the way that he went about doing it at the cost of his former best friend's well-being.
look at this. This is exactly how he started the match against Sami Zayn, bailing out of the ring.
Oh, he's got company out there.
Adrian Neville not wasting any time at all.
Adrian Neville understands this is a great opportunity here right now.
Look at the quickness of Neville.
It's more than an opportunity, though. This is personal. Kevin Owens, after what he did to Neville, Neville is looking for revenge.
Huge kick by Adrian Neville.
This is as intense as I've ever seen Neville.
Oh, look out. Kevin Owens, my goodness, gutbuster. Huge senton.
Neville changed the momentum very quickly.
The aggression of the NXT champion. And take no prisoners approach.
We saw this aggression at TakeOver. This is how the match ended. He just beat on Sami Zayn. It was unbelievable. The referee had to stop the match. That's the first time I've ever seen that happen in NXT.
Very similar beginning to a week ago. Oh! That big gut buster followed by the senton took so much out of Sami Zayn.
You have to ask the question, what condition is Adrian Neville in? After that battle he went through in the #1 contendership match versus Finn Balor, both guys left it all in the ring. It's only been a week. Is he fully recovered? Is he ready for this?
You know, you got to figure that revenge can fuel the body, but here's what I got to say about that. Kevin Owens, he's got to be the fresher of the two, because Sami Zayn, he didn't mount much of an offense at all during that entire match.
Sami Zayn never gave up, but you're absolutely right. He never got the upper hand.
Shades of what we saw 1 week ago. Owens trying to put Neville away and a kick out at one.
Look at that fighting spirit from Neville, though. He's getting angry.
Yeah, but Kevin Owens, I mean, listen to him, soaking in the chorus of boos from the NXT universe. He enjoys this. As we said earlier on, Owens may have succeeded in actually dividing the NXT universe. There are the Zaniacs and, I don't know, the Keviniacs? Is that what we should call them?
Let's not
the
call them
Owens
that.
acts? I don't know.
Let's not ever call them that.
Well, either way.
You have to respect Kevin Owens. You may not like how he does things, how he goes about business, but he is effective and he did exactly what he said he was going to do.
Was there anything wrong with what he did, in your mind?
Personally, no. I don't think so. Albert seems to have a problem with it.
No. I understand. Listen, you came here for the opportunity to win the championship. I am upset with the way he went about doing it.
I mean, this match almost a carbon copy of what we saw at TakeOver Rival 1 week ago. I mean, the atmosphere was unbelievable. I mean, you could just feel the NXT universe, you know, their energy almost sucked out of, disgust sucked out of the building after watching what Owens did to Sami Zayn, just completely tearing him apart.
Why deviate from an effective game plan? It worked against Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens trying the same thing on Neville. You've grounded the man that gravity forgot. That's the first step.
Adrian Neville just in a lot of trouble right now. Kevin Owens using leverage so well.
Come on.
Referee checking on Adrian Neville.
Neville's starting to fade. Can only go so long without fresh oxygen in the ring.
Kevin Owens forced into this matchup earlier tonight by General Manager William Regal. Again, guys, it's a non-title match. Mr. Regal basically said it. This match is about revenge for Adrian Neville.
Yeah, but to this point, Adrian Neville hasn't done much avenging.
You know what Kevin Owens does so well is imposes his will on his opponents, and he's doing it again right now. He's so violent.
Oh, Adrian Neville tossed over the top rope to the outside. And Kevin Owens continuing to dominate here at NXT. Neville might not be able to continue.
I am going to beat Roman Reigns at Fastlane and main event WrestleMania!
You think you're just gonna slide in and take my opportunity, don't you? Hell no. Believe!
Kevin Owens continuing the vicious attack on Adrian Neville. Owens, the brand new NXT champion.
It's like he thrives off this crowd, the response, whether they like him or they don't like him. It seems to feed Kevin Owens. Look at this. Look at this. This is just malicious
It's
right
disrespect is what it is. He's standing on Adrian Neville's head. Malicious? How can you call that malicious? It's disrespectful.
Owens defeating Sami Zayn 1 week ago tonight. TakeOver rival, if you missed it. You missed a complete tearing down of Sami Zayn. Very, very hard to watch. Similar method tonight by Kevin Owens. Adrian Neville showing some fight, kicking out at 2, but Owens going right back into the chin lock, grounding Adrian Neville. Again, it's exactly what he did to Zayn.
It's a smart strategy. I said it works. And Albert, you can say it's disrespectful all you want. The proof is in the pudding, as they say. Kevin Owens is the NXT champion. He can be disrespectful to anybody he wants.
I disagree with that. Listen, what he's doing right now, great game plan. You ground Adrian Neville. You put your weight on Adrian Neville. But to stand on Adrian Neville's head, that does nothing but disrespects him.
We don't have to agree with the methods of Kevin Owens. Oh, trying to send Neville back up over the top rope to the outside again. But Neville trying to stage a comeback. Caught.
Great
Caught
power.
by Owens. Oh my goodness.
This is Neville's first chance. Can we get the tides turned around a little bit?
Did you see Kevin Owens bounce off his head right there? Flipped him right over.
Take another look at this reversal by Adrian Neville. Oh.
Kevin Owens absolutely spiked on the top of his cranium. You can hear the NXT Universe getting behind
Amazing.
Adrian Neville.
And Kevin Owens still the first up. That shows you the beating he's been putting on Adrian Neville.
Neville trying to fight back. Don't forget this man, the longest reigning NXT champion. Look at this. Neville starting to get fired up. Chop to the chest.
He's got to keep the momentum
He's gotta
going, though.
keep it going. He's
Look
got to
at
keep
this.
it going.
Fighting spirit of Adrian Neville. Look at this. This would be a huge victory tonight if Adrian Neville is able to pull this off.
In a non-title match, if you beat the champion, it still puts you in line. It's a smart
Very
move.
smart move. Very smart move by Kevin Owens to regain his composure.
Kevin Owens staggered. And the kicks by Adrian Neville. Going up to dangerous territory, high risk. Neville, moonsault connects.
Right on top of the head of Owens.
Adrian Neville set to avenge the beatdown. And look at this one more time.
Look at the height and the execution. He's the man that gravity forgot. This is what he does best. This is what he needs to do to beat Kevin Owens.
Guys, don't forget Adrian Neville not only fighting for revenge for himself, but also for his friend and well, the man who beat him for the NXT Championship 2 months ago, Sami Zayn. And he has the NXT Champion right now, Kevin Owens. Wobbly.
He's fighting for more than Sami Zayn. He's fighting for an opportunity at the NXT Championship.
Look at that kick!
Look how difficult it is to get a man like Kevin Owens off his feet. That enziguri landed flush.
Neville taking his time, springboard drop kick.
Could this be
Trying
it?
to put Owens away. Hook of the leg, and a kick out at 2.
You've got to be impressed with the toughness and the
And look at
resiliency.
Kevin Owens. Look at Kevin Owens again, rolling out of the ring to regain his composure. He might be a brute. I may not agree with the way he goes about things, but he is a smart champion.
Has till 10 to get back in the ring. Look at Neville. Adrian Neville not wasting any time. What a kick.
Did you see the look in Neville's eyes?
Neville needs to be careful. You can't win the match out there. Got to be careful. Smart.
He broke the count. Well done, Neville.
Neville sizing up Owens again. My goodness.
450 to the floor.
Now you get him back in the ring. Got to get him back in there.
Adrian Neville rolling Owens back in. Cover. Is this enough to put the champ away? A kick out at 2.
I don't know how Kevin Owens was able to kick out of that. That was the highest impact move I've seen from Neville, maybe ever.
Have we ever seen Kevin Owens in this much trouble?
There's a lot on the line for Adrian Neville. There's Sami Zayn's well-being. There's an NXT Championship opportunity. You could say everything's on the line for Adrian Neville tonight.
Look at this. Neville trying to set up Owens for
just
German
as much
suplex.
on the line for Kevin Owens.
Look at this. German suplex.
With momentum. That's got to be it.
Huge kick to the back of the head, and Adrian Neville setting up Owens again. Gonna go for a second German suplex. Look at the strength.
Deadlift.
Bridging. Cover and a kick out.
What power by Neville.
He kick out?
That was unbelievable strength displayed by Adrian Neville.
Listen to the NXT universe.
Owens on the ropes. This is the weariest we've seen him. Has he ever been in this much trouble? He might feel that title slipping away right now.
Think of the beating that Adrian Neville took earlier in this match. To be able to pull off those 2 German suplexes is unbelievable.
Look at the beating he's delivering right now.
Whoa! It's coming back! Connecting with an elbow!
How?
Uh-oh.
Kevin Owens with another gear. Look at
How
this.
Kevin Owens has the wherewithal to be able
Bad
to do
spot
this.
for Adrian Neville, connecting! Kick flush to the jaw! Neville spiking Kevin Owens!
That's it! That's
Neville
it!
Gonna pin the champ!
Oh
No,
my
kick out.
goodness!
Say what you want about Kevin Owens, that is pure toughness. I don't know how he kicked out of that.
You see the look of disbelief on the face of
Here
Adrian
we
Neville
go!
now.
Here we
comes
go!
Neville
He's going
the
to
top
fly!
rope. Neville with the was gonna go for the red arrow instead. Out of the way, power bomb. Kevin Owens finishing off Adrian Neville. What a battle!
Here is your winner, NXT Champion Kevin Owens.
What a battle between these 2 superstars. So much on the line. You got to take your hats off to both of these guys.
You know, I said it before. I may not respect him. I don't agree with the way he goes and things, the way he goes about
You
things.
better start
But I
respecting
tell
it.
you
Did you
what,
just see that?
what he just did in the ring, that was incredible. The beating he took. My hat's off to Kevin Owens, the NXT champion.
That's what drives him right there, that gold title in his hand.
Let's take a look at how this one unfolded, guys. Adrian Neville turned things around, the reversal into a DDT, and that put the momentum firmly in favor of Adrian Neville.
And Adrian Neville taken to the skies as he does so well. He was leaving everything out there. That's how much this match meant. Take another look. Nobody does it better. The man that gravity forgot. They call him that for a reason. Look at this. Look at this nastiness from Adrian Neville.
You think that was nasty? Check out this 450 right here. Oh!
Unbelievable.
And
look at the power of Adrian
Neville
yeah.
right here. This is amazing.
Just deadlifting him into a German suplex. That was so impressive, but that was not enough to put Owens away.
What's more impressive to me is how did Kevin Owens kick out of that?
Look at Kevin Owens finding that extra gear, connecting with an elbow.
Super kick out of nowhere into this reverse hurricanrana. That's the second, third time that Owens was spiked on top of his head, and somehow he kicked out.
That was simply amazing. And then when you just thought couldn't take any more, Owens moving inside the 450 and into the
lights
big
out
power bomb by Kevin Owens.
Lights out Adrian Neville. What a battle.
Kevin Owens, ferocious, unyielding, here tonight in our main event on NXT.